Hi, my name is Raymond Esteban. Back in 1995, I got to meet Jesus Christ for the first time in a small Baptist church in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. I grew up in California. I was born in Mexico, and I was taught all my life that God was in a big church, and I did go to big churches and all that, but it wasn't until I went to a small church and got to hear the gospel of John 3:16 from a pastor that was from a small white Baptist church that accepted me as a person that a lost in the world where I grew up. You didn't go to people that were different cultures or race, but this man showed compassion when he came to visit me, and I had a beer in my hand, and I tried to shun him away, but he didn't care about the beer. He cared more about my lost soul. And here this man invited me to this church, so I decided to go check it out back in 1995 of the month of June. And I walked into the small church, and for the very first time, never been to a Baptist church, and I grew up as a Catholic. I walked in there, and lo and behold, all back seats were full, so I had to go sit in the front. I heard a message of Christ Jesus about salvation, which I never heard before in a Catholic church, and I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying that for the first time in my life, at the age of 38, I heard the plan of salvation from a man that really cared so much deeply about those who were lost. And so I decided to take that step and try Jesus for the first time. I thought I could try him, and then maybe if I didn't care for it, I can get out of it later on. But little did I know that when Jesus Christ entered my heart for the first time, he's been in there since now and since then. And 3 years after that, I stepped into the ministry of the Spanish Mission in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. I've been pastoring a church for Spanish people and English people alike. I've been doing ministries what God has put in my heart. I used to be in gangs out in California, taking people down. Now God has taught me to take people up to Him in a spiritual way, in a loving way. So all I want to tell is each and every one that I don't care how tough you are or how big you are, how smart you might be, Christ Jesus, the Bible tells us, for God so loved the world that He did give His only begotten Son. And again, whosoever believeth in Him will not perish in hell, but have everlasting life in heaven. And the Bible tells us in all languages that He loves us very dearly. So I want to tell each and every one of you that's been in drugs and alcohol like I was. I came to near death 3 times in California, been on drugs for 24 years, tried many steps to get out of the drugs, and only took one step in faith, and that is believing in Jesus Christ. It took a man that loved God so much that came forward to tell me, a Hispanic man, he didn't care about the color of my skin. So God is telling me, He opens our eyes, and He also blinds us when it comes to racism and all that. So please try Jesus Christ, and you'll see that you'll never want to go back. He is a true love, for He loved us first and all that. And I want to end by saying this. I pray for our country, because we all need to have God back in America. God bless you, and Dios te bendiga.